If you're ready to choose more than just a car and experience more than just a ride, come choose from our huge selection of new Mazdas and save with low 0.9% financing. It's time to move and be moved in your new Mazda from Team Mazda on Airline.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us for 9 News Now. I'm Tisha Powell. We now know the name of the victim in a Sunday morning car crash. Officials tell us the crash happened on the Mississippi River Bridge. They tell us that 19-year-old William Gray was the one driving the car when it crashed into the back of an 18-wheeler. This is an ongoing investigation. The Louisiana Board of Elementary and Secondary Education is being sued by Impact Charter School in federal court. Just last week, the board voted to create a new board in charge of Impact Charter School. Parents of Impact Charter students also filed a suit. In both suits, Impact Charter and parents are asking the courts for a temporary restraining order and a preliminary injunction to stop the decision to remove the board. Just ahead, a check of your evening forecast coming up. All right, let's take a look at our Sky 9 camera. Not a bad start to the work week. Let's get to Dr. Steve Caparata with a look at the forecast. Steve?
Yeah, Tisha, getting much nicer outside after kind of a gloomy weekend, especially Sunday. We had all that rain. Here's a look at our First Alert Radar Network just to show you that all the rain has now exited. And once again, our Sky 9 view, this is out in Walker on top of the Our Lady of the Lake facility. That's I-12. You see sunshine breaking through the clouds this afternoon. Temperatures rebounding, warmer than it was certainly yesterday. 65 Baton Rouge to Hammond, 63 in Macomb, the same in Houma at this hour. And note the change. These are 24-hour temperature change. So right now, 15 degrees warmer in Baton Rouge compared to this time yesterday. If you're headed out this evening, probably don't want a low sweater or jacket, but not bad at all. Fall from around 60 at 7 o'clock into the mid-50s later on, and we start out in the upper 40s. I'll talk more about this in a second. Fog is our main concern overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Otherwise, even warmer tomorrow once the fog is gone. Highs topping out in the low 70s. So let's give you a look at our fogcast, and what you'll see is it does have some fog beginning to show up by midnight, but especially after midnight, showing some fairly widespread dense fog. So that's daybreak Tuesday. So be prepared for that getting out the door tomorrow morning. Hangs on to some patchy fog through 9 or 10 tomorrow morning. It should largely be gone after that. The area low pressure that delivered the rain over the last couple of days now slipping south of us, but boy, it did produce a good bit of rain. This is estimated rainfall. Now, from what I've looked at, the radar estimates may be running a little bit high, but showing potentially some 3 to maybe up to 5-inch totals in our coastal parishes. Come closer to Metro Baton Rouge, you see some 2 to 4-inch totals. It's estimating about 3.5 at the airport. Reality, that was probably closer to 2.5. So a few spots I looked at look like the numbers, the radar numbers, a little bit high. All right, here's what we've got going forward. Much nicer, much quieter through the week and warmer. Highs generally in the 70s. No sign of any freezes anytime soon. Right now, looking pretty good for weekend parades, mild and mainly dry. We are going to have to keep an eye out closer to Fat Tuesday. Could have some rain chances returning. Not a lot of confidence in what those chances may be just yet. We'll keep an eye on it. Tisha.
All right, Steve, thank you. Well, looking ahead, we've got both Mardi Gras and non-Mardi Gras events over the next few days and weeks. First off, organizers announced the Rock and Row will be back this spring. Its series of free concerts every week until the end of April. The Cool Beans will kick off the series next Thursday, March 6th from 6 to 9 p.m., followed by the Michael Foster Project the following week, and you can check out the full lineup on our 9 News app or WAFB.com. Well, after yesterday's downpour, the Mid-City Gras Parade is being postponed to a later date. Parade organizers tell us that they are working to figure out a new makeup date for the parade. The president of the crew telling us that they should have a date in the next few days. And happening this week, there are loads of parades and parties that you can check out, including the Crew of South Downs, the 12th annual Baton Rouge Mardi Gras Festival, and the Spanish Town Parade. To find the details of all of these events, you can check out the story on our website or on the 9 News app. Well, I'm Tisha Powell. Thank you for joining us for 9 News Now, and join us again in 25 minutes at 4 o'clock on WAFB.
Anchored by the performance and reliability of the Civic and Accord, Honda has once again been named the best car brand for the 4th year running by U.S. News and World Report. Come see the lineup of award-winning Hondas at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda on Seagan Lane.